is the new programming? I mean, we're kind of out of COVID. Like, what new Bravo show has it come along? Now we had Winter House, which is a new show, and we have a new show coming up, which I'm going to be covering about five Atlanta matchmakers. It's greenlit. It's starting. The cast will be popping by behind the rope, guys. But yeah, like, I see your face. Like, are we excited for the show? Like, let's see how it plays out, maybe. But remember the days, even epic fails, but like, that show about the 8 designers, the Norograts, and top design. And like Bravo used to say, here's a new show. Wait, you don't like it? It's canceled. Let's try another one. No, where are the new shows? Where are they?
No, I'm with you. I feel like maybe COVID, and maybe they're going to be doing catch up this next year. Maybe they're going to be greenlighting a bunch of things to try. But Candy and the Gang, I don't know. Is that doing any better?
I have to check in on it. I got to check in on Candy and the Gang.
Fascinating about Shahs. I really thought that was another one of their crown jewel shows. And I have to imagine for that cast that's been there 9 years. I mean, that was their job. That was probably their full-time jobs, And
so, I loved it. I think it went out on top.
Me too. I look, one of my favorites, MJ. I told you when I first got here to LA, I met MJ. Like, I was like, oh my, I was starstruck actually with her. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I'm obsessed with you. How Shamps. Like, I love Tommy. I need to know more about Tommy. I mean,
I've got some more about Tommy for you. Like, I'll tell you some stuff. No, I mean, for everyone to listen, not right now, but I got some stuff coming with MJ and Tommy. Lovely, lovely people.
Amazing.
I will miss it, but you know what? We have the RHOBH trailer to keep us warm.
Well, I will say, that is going to be ratings gold. Okay. We've gone from, I guess, no ratings to, I think that they could break records with ratings on this season. Do you? I think that trailer I watch these trailers for Beverly Hills and I think, what's the magic? Why is it? This was my complaint always about New York. Beverly Hills has it all. It has star power, even though, Harry Hamlin, legit fucking actor, Lisa Rinna has worked in this town for years and years and years.
Garcelle has worked for years.
Kyle didn't have anything till this hit, but they are Hollywood royalty to a degree. Kathy is so rich. Like, it has it all, really. It really has it all.
I mean, it's almost saying at the end of the day, when you strip it all away, it's the famous people. It's the actors, the actresses, people that were legitimately famous that know how to carry a show. And I think I told you this before, because I apparently am like, PR department of one over here. When you put this stuff out to the mainstream media, not the blogs, not Reality Blurb, although I love you, thank you for running me. When you call People Magazine, when you're on the phone with Us Weekly, you hear over and over, like, the bottom line is they care about let's break the fourth wall. They care about nothing the way they care about Beverly Hills. Nothing. Well, everyone thinks RHONY, and no, like, I get so much shit turned down, and it's like, then I'll have like a Sutton Strack on my show who says nothing. There's nothing here, and it gets picked up by people and everything. The media loves Beverly Hills, loves.
I do too. I love it. What did you think of the trailer? I loved it.
Let me just, before I say, I loved it, but this, I don't understand if producers pull her aside, but this Rinna is just, I don't know. Is she a genius, or is she just a sick, vile person? Like, she did this to Denise. Listen, I think Rinna literally sits home. I do. And looks in the mirror and is like, Lisa Rinna, what are you going to do this season? Because you're not getting fired, because you got Delilah. And granted, the kids make their own fucking money. But so I think she said last season, the whole world hates Erika, and all the housewives hate Erika. And if Lisa Rinna hated Erika last season, that is not a storyline for Lisa Rinna, because Kyle hates her. And they all came for Erika, not hates, but came for her. The storyline is to defend Erika. Now you are being talked about. And I think Lisa Rinna says, bitch, you're going to defend her. Everyone says you threw Denise under the thing. Guess what? You're not going to throw her anywhere. You're going to be on her side because nobody is. And all of a sudden, Lisa Rinna has the most like talked about, not most, but it sets her apart, right? I think this season, Lisa Rinna sits home and is like, Lisa Rinna, here we are again. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, girl? And she says, I'm going to flip and go against Erika. Okay. She's like, that's not enough. I'm going to create drama for the darling Kathy Hilton. That scene where she says to Kathy, your sister, when she says to Kyle, your sister's talking about you. I mean, now we have two sisters, let's flash back 12 seasons, fighting. And it's all because of Lisa fucking Rinna. So I think Lisa Rinna really, I truly do. I think she sits home and says, the key, the linchpin is to be friends with Erika. And now this season, she's like, what is the big, the whole world loves Kathy. Okay. I got to come for Kathy. I don't think she gives a fuck.
I don't either. I think that's the beauty and the genius of her in a way that so many people underestimate is I think she doesn't give a fuck. I think she has such a greater purpose of being on that show to sell her Lisa Rinna shit on QVC, to make the girls famous, which to your point, they are, and they're becoming even more famous. And Harry was already pretty established in Hollywood. And I don't think she's going to do anything like, racist or anything like that to like rock his boat. You know what I mean? So Harry continues to work. She's making more money. And she said this on the show. She's making more money since Housewives than she did like 10 years prior. I mean, I'm with you. I think she's going to do whatever it takes to stay. And she's a genius. Yeah. She's so good. And that's what I think is missing on these other shows. It's like Sonia, it's like, you're just such like, it's like, there's no thought, like Ramona. It's like, there's no thought or calculation. Like the only one that was maybe somewhat capable of it was Dorinda, and they got rid of her.
Well, sweetheart, you don't need to worry about Ramona or Sonia for a long while, if ever. And, the thing, I mean, for all the reasons you're saying Lisa Rinna is a genius, this is why lots of the audience despises her. But I have to tell you, like, again, just like Denise, Lisa, not everyone knew Kathy. Not everyone was friends with Kathy before this. Lisa was legitimately friends with Kathy Hilton. This was a friendship. So you are now taking another actual friend in life and coming for them. Listen, if you really just think about it, if you really heard something like Jersey, like Margaret held this thing about Jennifer. Now she brought it out, but she says for seasons, and I know Margaret, so I know all, but you say for seasons, like we can't, no children, no family, no work. Heather Dubrow said that. The rule is you don't come after children, you don't come after a real business, and you don't come after family. So if Lisa Rinna was really